Hello students, welcome to the class. I am Yogita. Our subject is nutrition for nurses and today we are going to discuss about nutritional problem in India. India is a developing country and here definitely one of the biggest and major problem is nutritional problem. There are a lot of factors which contribute towards this nutritional problem in a country like social discrimination, lack of knowledge, lack of availability of food, overpopulation. People are very poor here, they're not able to afford for the food. Regional difference, cultural difference, these all factors finally raise up a problem of nutritional problem. So it's one of the major concern in a developing country. Now what are the nutritional problem we can see in a nation is under nutritional problem that results in protein energy malnutrition. Then micronutrient deficiency, micronutrients, in that we can see iodine deficiency, iron deficiency, anemia, goiter, vitamin deficiency disorders. These all things can be studied under micronutrient deficiency disorder. Then low birth weight in children, obesity, endemic fluorosis and letharism. So these are the important nutritional problem in India. So you must list out all these things, then you have to explain. So you must list out under nutritional problem resulting in protein energy malnutrition, micronutrient problems, deficiency disorders, and low birth weight, fluorosis, obesity and letharism. So these all are the important problems. Now let us discuss one by one. First we are going to discuss about PEM. Is one of the major problem in India. Protein energy malnutrition. Now here protein energy malnutrition means where the individual, especially a child, will be suffering with the problem when they are deficiency with certain nutritional or certain protein energy is not supplied to them. What we can say that nearly 1 to 2% of preschool infants, they are suffering with protein energy malnutrition diseases. The contributing factors are maybe your parents are very poor, lack of knowledge, they are not able to afford for the food, mother, antenatal mother, like she is not receiving a nutritious food, she is first of all not receiving the protein rich, rich diet, she is not receiving. Also, very big family size, one member is earning in the family, then they are not able to meet the need of all the family members. Now here under PEM, protein energy malnutrition, we can study mainly two conditions, kwashiorkor and marasmus. Kwashiorkor and marasmus. Now in marasmus, it's one of the common type of protein energy malnutrition. See here, this marasmus can be seen in the children below 1 year of age. Below 1 year children, we can see marasmus. Here it is caused due to a deficiency of protein and calorie. It's characterized by extreme wasting of muscles. See here, mainly a small child under the age of 1 year is not getting a sufficient protein and calorie and wasting of muscles can be seen. The main signs and symptoms of marasmus is extensive tissue and muscle wasting, dry skin, loose skin fold, skin hanging. If you see the body of that child, we can see that foldings. Skin will be very loose. Usually a small child muscle will be very tight, but that will not be here. And fat wasting, small for age. Baby looks, if the baby is 1 year, but baby looks like 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, like that, younger to the age. And dull brown color of hair, mental retardation, behavioral retardation, low body temperature, slow pulse. So these all are the clinical feature of child with marasmus. Next, the child with kwashiorkor. This is one of the second important concern disease what we can study under protein energy malnutrition, kwashiorkor. Now kwashiorkor can be seen between the children 2 to 3 years of age. Keep the main difference, marasmus below 1 year, kwashiorkor is 2 to 3 years of age. Now here, it's mainly due to deficiency of protein in their diet. Also some deficiency of micronutrients like folic acid, iodine and vitamin C. Such kind of deficiency what we can see in their food what they are eating. Then the main symptom of kwashiorkor is the malnourished child with pedal edema. Edema can be seen in their pedal region, growth failure, moon face. Because of edema, face will be like full moon face, and distended abdomen. Ascites, like abdomen is distended, looks like a fat chubby baby. Okay, then also enlarged liver with the fatty infiltrates, thin hair will be very thin, and loss of teeth. Skin deep pigmentation can be noticed, and baby will have anorexia and irritable all the time. So this is the clinical feature of child with kwashiorkor. Now how we can prevent this PEM, protein energy malnutrition? Mainly provide the nutritional diet to the mother. Ask the mother to go for a regular antenatal checkup. Let her have an institutional delivery. Assess the condition of a baby during a delivery time. Provide breast milk immediately after the delivery. Provide a good nutritious diet to the baby. Weaning should be start on time, and try with all kind of nutritional food to the baby. And don't make the child to develop in fussy kind of eating, develop certain interest only towards some food item. We need to include all kind of food item in your diet. So this is a way we can control protein energy malnutrition disease. Okay, next we are going to study is micronutrient deficiency disorder. Under that, first is iron deficiency disorder. Now iron deficiency disorder, here it's also called as nutritional anemia. That means a mother or individual having a less hemoglobin in their blood comparatively how much that should be there. Maybe like 12 in female, 14 in male, but here HP will be lesser to that. Now this is mainly because of lack of absorption of iron in their blood. Now whatever food they may take, it's having a deficiency of iron. Now the reason for nutritional anemia is mother may not take a iron rich food. There is no supplement of iron, iron supplement tablets mother is not taken, or else some other factors like a lady is having excessive menstruation, or else a rapid pregnancy. There is no much gap between these pregnancies, and also some hookworm infestation. Now because of that, there is a chance they may develop this anemia. Now, the effect of this anemia is they may develop cardiovascular or respiratory failure, some heart diseases, maternal and infant mortality and morbidity rate, risk of abortion is increased, risk of developing certain infectious diseases are more in mother and infant. Now, how you can treat? Definitely provide a good nutritional diet to the mother. Involve or include a iron rich food in their diet. Advise the mother to go for a regular antenatal checkup, and where free iron tablets, supplement tablets are distributed in Anganwadi or PHC, and advise the mother to take that medicine. So that will help to control this iron deficiency anemia. Next micronutrient deficiency condition is iodine deficiency disorder. It's one of the most common problem. Based on a regional level, they are not taking sufficient of iodine in their food. When this is not there, we can commonly see a condition is called goiter. See here, enlargement of near the neck, what we can see, that condition is called goiter. Now here it may be because the reason people are having lack of knowledge, because they don't know that they need to take iodine. They don't know that goiter is because of iodine deficiency. Lack of education, lack of availability of such food. Mainly it's available in salt, but they are not taking iodized salt. Also increased demand in their body, like during pregnancy, early childhood, puberty, we require more iodine. But during that period, that much iodine is not supplied through their food. So that's the reason they are developing this iodine deficiency disorder. A main condition is goiter. Now how we can prevent is we need to provide iodized salt. We need to implement iodine rich food in their diet. And next is vitamin A deficiency disorder. Now, vitamin A is one of the vitamin which involved in the food what we are taking. When there is no sufficient vitamin A is taken by individual in their food, that develops certain disease, mainly a disease which related to their eye, like xerophthalmia, bitted spot, or keratomalacia. Such kind of disease, mainly night blindness, such kind of disease can be taken. Such kind of disease can be seen when they are having vitamin A deficiency disorder. Okay. Now, how we can prevent this vitamin A deficiency? Importantly, advise the children, individual, adult, everyone to take vitamin A rich kind of food like carrot. You need to implement that in their diet so that we are able to control this disease. The next condition, next nutritional problem in India is low birth weight. That means a newborn baby, that birth weight will be lesser than that actual birth weight what we expect. Now, Indian rate we expect 2.5 to 2.73 kg of birth weight, but here birth weight will be lesser than that 1.52 kg. Mainly 30 to 40 or 50% of low birth weight conditions can seen in urban areas, slums, and 30 to 40 or 20 to 30 we can notice in rural areas. Now, the main reason, lack of knowledge that how you must take care of your health when you're pregnant, lack of sufficient food, big family, urbanization, industrialization, no one is to provide care, and you don't know, like, because Anganwadi PSC they will provide some food as well as medicine supplements. You are unaware about all these services, then definitely these all factors contributing towards low birth weight of baby. Now, the main side effect is there is a chance that baby will born with a very less weight. They are susceptible to develop certain infectious diseases, no brain development, no physical growth in that baby. Death may be very common, and they may be having a severe malformation in their body organs. So these are all the problems. So definitely how we can prevent? You make the mother to eat a nutritious food, regular antenatal checkup, take the supplement medicine which is prescribed by the doctor and which is provided free of cost in Anganwadi and primary health center. Okay. Next is fluorosis. See, fluorosis is a condition happen when you're drinking a water which is having an excessive level of fluorosis in it. Okay, we are taking water. Drinking water is really essential, and when we drink that water, this water contain maximum amount of fluorosis. In that case, we are developing a condition, health disorder is called fluorosis. Now, mainly two disorder we can see: dental fluorosis and skeleton fluorosis. Dental fluorosis means mainly a teeth will have a problem where the teeth will lose a shiny appearance, some kind of patchy enamel will be present in the teeth. Now, skeleton fluorosis means where it is mainly can seen in an older adult because heavy fluoride deposition will be on the skin. Heavy fluoride deficiency on the skeleton. Because of that, they are having maximum pain in their joint. They are not able to walk, tingling sensation, and they are feeling that stiffness in their extremities. They are not able to move so easily. See, this is mainly because of excessive of fluoride in their drinking water. Now, how you can prevent? You change the source of drinking water. If you know that from where they're drinking water, it's excess of fluoride, then I'll advise them not to drink that water. We will have an alternative supplementation of water to them. Provide a knowledge to them regarding this fluorosis because people may not have that sufficient knowledge and they're not aware about the condition. Also, we can do defluoridation. That means we are trying to remove that fluoride what is there in that water. And one more thing, do not provide any toothpaste which contain fluoride in it. Definitely we can see the advertisement where they say that this particular toothpaste have fluoride which is really important for your teeth. But these people already taken excessive amount of fluoride. So you need to stop that. So don't provide such kind of toothpaste to them. So this is the way we can treat this fluorosis. Next is letharism. Now, letharism means it's a kind of paralyzing. It's a disease where we can see paralysis in human and animals. In both the human living organism, we can see this paralysis. Here it's mainly because of neurolaterism. Because of neurological impairment, individual is developing paralysis. You will be not able to move any limbs, certain body organs, body parts, then that leads to paralysis. Now mainly we can see in a adult. Now how we can prevent this letharism. Now here we can provide a vitamin C supplement diet to them, so that it will help to absorb this ascorbic acid. Also we will make the adult, like, don't take such kind of food which is excessive with that like kesar dal. If you're using such dal, some seeds, pulses, you need to soak that in the water for nearly 2 to 4 hours, then clean it nicely, because it is water absorbable vitamins, so that will be discarded. Then you can make use of such kind of food material. So this is a suggestion what we can give, so that we can control that condition called, what is that? Letharism. Sorry, I was finding difficulty to pronounce that. Okay, next is obesity. The next condition what you're going to learn is obesity means, as you all know, that one is having excessive body weight. Now this may be because of they are excessively eating food items, they are eating more junk foods, no physical exercise, sedentary style of lifestyle. They'll sit and do most of their work. There is no physical activity. Because of that, we can see that people are facing a problem called obesity. Now how we can treat, how we can prevent? See, definitely one who is having obesity, they may develop cardiovascular problem, breathing difficulty, respiratory arrest, and physically they are not able to make any kind of activities. Now that we need to change. We need to advise them not to take excessive amount of food, control their diet pattern. That means you schedule what they have to eat, how much they have to eat. They should have a regular intervals, like 4 hours gap should be there from one meal to another meal. And advise them not to take any junk foods in between of 2 meals, not to eat anything. Drink more of fluids. Do much of physical exercise. Physical workout is required. Physical exercise, walking, jogging is required. So we need to advise them to do that, so we are able to have control over this obesity. So this is one of the important concept, as well as little lengthy concept, that problems of India. What is that? Nutritional problem. So mainly we discussed about nutritional deficiency, like protein energy malnutrition, vitamin A deficiency disorder, iron deficiency disorder, anemia, nutritional anemia, iodine deficiency disorder, mainly goiter, and letharism, fluorosis, obesity. So these are the important disease condition what we can write under nutritional problem in India. I hope you understood. Please go through your text here, whatever the material you have, so that you are able to recall, and definitely this video will help you to learn this concept, I believe. So thank you all. Please keep watching. I'll meet you in the next class with a new concept.